many years of observing and developing the team of teachers, what would you say are your main achievements as a teacher trainer with International House Bucharest?
Well, I mean, as you said, I've run I don't know how many of these courses, and you know the goal of the school in running those courses has been to improve the quality of its own teaching, and I think certainly in the time that I've been coming here, there has been a marked, very marked improvement in the quality and the range of teaching offered by the school.
But I mean, you as a CELTA and Delta tutor have obviously seen a lot of teachers teaching in various countries of the world. Would it be possible for you to compare the general quality of teaching in International House Bucharest in a more international area?
It's definitely as good as, I mean, you know, I've worked in other places like, you know, Germany and the Czech Republic and Poland and lots of other places. And definitely the standard of teaching here is, you know, as good, if not, you know, better than in those other countries. You know, where you have staff who are kind of appropriately qualified and appropriately experienced. I think one thing that strikes me in particular about Romania is the level of English.
You mean the high or the low?
You know, the teachers that I work with here, they have, you know, on the whole, they have phenomenally good English. You know, just very, very sort of fluent and idiomatic English. And perhaps that's something, I'm not the only person to have noticed that. I mean, if you talk to other trainers and even people that are not in teaching, it's something that is kind of, Romanians are known for being, I think they're known for being good at languages and particularly good at English. Yeah.
How do you see the centre developing in, let's say, the next 3 years?
The way I'd like to see it develop is I'd like to see the teacher training centre becoming more sort of outward looking. So we've run a lot of IHC courses for our own teachers here. But as you mentioned earlier, we're now becoming a CELTA centre, which means, you know, looking outwards and inviting people to come here and train from outside. So, you know, very much hoping that that will be a success. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. I think this would be a very good place to do a CELTA course.
But why? Why would it be a very good place? And why not go to Budapest or other cities?
Well, I think, I mean, there's a number of answers to that question. I think there's a good team of trainers here. I'm not talking there about myself, but, you know, there are other people that work here as trainers who are very good, very competent, very experienced. That's probably the most important thing about a CELTA course. It's also a very well-resourced centre. You know, it's got a good library, it's got plenty of, you know, resource books, it's got good IT facilities. Those things are important. It's spacious, there's a lot of room. I think the city is pretty appealing, I like it. So I think that would be another reason for coming here. It's an inexpensive place in terms of things like food and accommodation, which is a big factor for a lot of people. And I think the final thing I'd say is that the students that you teach, the people that come here to learn English on something like a CELTA course, are without fail very, very pleasant and very nice and very motivated, very positive, very consistent. And those things are really important on a CELTA course. You don't want an awkward or unmotivated group of learners. And in my experience, the learners here have always been fantastic. So I think there are lots of pluses, yeah.